Hi, it's Murder Kitten, and this is going to be a long one, so buckle up. We're going to start out talking about Voice of America, which is the largest U.S. international broadcaster, which provides news and information in more than 40 languages to about 280 million people across the globe. It produces content for digital, television, and radio platforms, and you can get it on your phone or on social media via satellite, cable, or radio. There are more than 2,500 affiliate stations across the world that carry any number of Voice of America programs. Since its creation in 1942, Voice of America has been committed to providing comprehensive coverage of the news and telling audience the truth. Through World War II, the Cold War, the fight against global terrorism, the struggle for freedom around the globe today, Voice of America exemplifies the principles of a free press. That's from their website. And so is this. An essential guarantee of the journalistic credibility of Voice of America content is the, quote, firewall enshrined in the 1994 U.S. International Broadcasting Act. The firewall prohibits interference by any U.S. government official in the objective, independent reporting of news, thereby safeguarding the ability of our journalists to develop content that reflects the highest professional standards of journalism, free of political interference. So it's sort of like public broadcasting. It's funded by U.S. Congress, but it's on a global scale. So it was problematic when the Senate confirmed Trump's pick to run Voice of America, who was a buddy of Steve Bannon, who, of course, we now know is a criminal. This guy named Michael Pack, who has pledged to, quote, drain the swamp. And if his version of draining the swamp is anything like Trump's, it's no wonder that, a bunch of editors have already resigned, and now today 14 reporters from around the world sent a letter to their acting editor rebuking Pack's actions, which they believe, quote, risk crippling programs and projects that are considered national security priorities. So he's clearly meddling. The people who listen to the news service around the world, again, that's 280 million people in 40 different languages, are for the most part people who are not at all interested in hearing the news from their own government because they are not interested in propaganda. They want to hear the truth. And they turn to the world's premier democracy to hear the truth. And for a really long time, that's been the United States. But is it going to be any more? Here's the thing. We're not terribly hopeful at this point that 60 days before the election, enough of you will see the light and realize what Trump is doing to the country. Maybe for some of you, this is exactly what you want, a new civil war, where 17-year-old child soldiers get driven into cities by their mamas to gun down protesters. By November 3rd, we should have more than 200,000 people dead of coronavirus, the economy in shambles, jobs lost forever, civil and racial unrest in cities, continued natural disasters, and of course, no national strategy for combating this fucking virus. You'd be perfectly at home in Nazi Germany, and we hope that you will own that at some point and wear that badge on your brown shirts. But if you think that will make America great again, you're sadly mistaken, because there will be nothing left of America, great or otherwise. So that's why the meddling of Voice of America is so distressing. Because in order to be great, you have to be respected, and we will never ever be able to hold a place of leadership or respect on the world stage again. The United States has already become a place where people are warned not to visit. Our own ability to travel to other countries has been curtailed because they don't want us there. And it's just a matter of time before foreign businesses stop doing business with us because of the corrupt government in the United States. More businesses will move offshore because of this new regime. More jobs will be lost. We'll be turning in to radio stations in Germany to try to get news of the world because our own journalists will be stifled. How is that great again? See you tomorrow.